Welcome back. So this is our last part of our series, More Than coreqs. And this was something I debated about this part. Do we talk about this right at the beginning or we talk about it at the end? But I decided the end. But it's a concept that is critical to making coreqs work. And it's the idea of placement. Who is going to be in them? So what we need to be using is something called multiple measures placement. That's what research says is best. But how that's interpreted is that this or this or this or this or this? Or is it an and statement that students have to be able to do this and this? As you know, it's up for debate. And definitely if you read the research, it really does skew towards the or approach. So some people think, well, that's not multiple measures, that's many single measures. Again, we can debate it. But the point is, we need to have more measures in place than just a single high stakes placement test. One of the things that you can use is something that I've worked on for years, and there's many states that have worked on this. Over 30 states have actually worked on this concept called transitional math. And one of the ways that we can help things like coreqs in any developmental redesign work is determining who is best served by it using placement. And one of the best tools that we can use that relates to placement is something called transitional math. And the idea is we're going to deal with the students who we think would be contenders for developmental math, who wouldn't quite be ready for college level math, but we're just going to do a preemptive strike. We're going to deal with it their senior year of high school. And the idea is they have a high quality experience, again, using the best practices that we know work when we're working with students that need some form of additional support before they're ready for a college level course. So things like contextualization, active learning, not just teaching like every skill like we've taught every time before, but more than just having a high quality class, students need to get something for that. And what that is, that carrot, is college level placement. So again, we've learned a lot of different things over the last 15 years about what works. And the question isn't so much about what, because we know certain techniques do work, things like non-STEM pathways, things like co-requisite remediation, things like multiple measures placement. The question is, how much of each do you use in what combination? I think of them kind of like dials. Which dials do we turn up and which dials do we turn down? And how do we use them in conjunction with each other? That's the art and not just a science, but that's what it takes to make redesign work. And if you're like, boy, I don't know how to do that, you're in the right place. Reach out to me and let me know if you'd like to talk more about making a redesign work and how do you make all these elements work at scale in a way that will last and be effective. I'd love to hear from you. See you soon.